have experienced unprecedented heat this summer. It seems as if these high temperatures will melt the whole planet. In China alone, the temperature in many places surpasses 42 degrees centigrade in the summer of 2013. As heat waves have swept across the northern hemisphere, nobody has been spared from this so-called heat disaster.
夏天变得特别的热，大家都不愿意出门。
People jump into the sea to cool down. In spite of such heat waves, 100 young people from all over the world came to Qingdao, the most famous coastal city in China, to join the 2013 International Youth Climate Change Summer Camp.
我觉得最直接的一个效果，就是让这些孩子们更切身地感受到气候变暖的事实。
来自北京、
青岛、
北京、
Germany,
Russia, Uganda,
Pakistan,
Bangladesh, Egypt, Australia.
青岛 I'm coming.
I'm looking forward to learning about how Qingdao has managed to solve some of its environmental problems.
I want to know what China is doing about climate change, about renewable energy, about recycling.
让青少年有机会能够更加直接地认识海洋在气候变化整个大的这个体系当中的意义和作用，对于更好的为下一步来采取相应的应对气候变化的政策和措施，可能做一个非常重要的铺垫。
In the coming week, the campers will be extremely busy acquiring some knowledge on how to cope with climate change and protect the oceans, and visiting some of Qingdao's projects on marine resource utilization, marine protection, recycling and renewable energy, in order to see these projects' impact on climate change and marine life, as well as gain some valuable insights from them. At the end of the summer camp, each camper will be honoured with the title Climate Champion, which we hope will help them play an even bigger role in the response to climate change in the future.
气候大使就是首先对气候变化这个问题要有一个很高的觉醒的意识，然后就是要有一定的行动力。
The climate champion is one of the way to make the youth give the awareness how the climate change is.
Dear students, good afternoon. Welcome to the beautiful coast city of Qingdao for the kickoff ceremony of the 2013 International Youth Climate Change Summer Camp. Now we are coming to the grand crystal ball lighting up ceremony.
Su Wei, the world-famous negotiator on climate change, joined by the officials from the Qingdao Development and Reform Commission and other Chinese climate change departments, GIZ, I Live to Lead, and some marine experts revealed treasures to the campers as if through a crystal ball, receiving overwhelming applause.
Dear young campers, boys and girls, you all come together from 10 different countries around the world for a joint mission to confront the common challenge of climate change. You are just like the morning sun at 8 or 9 o'clock. You are full of energy, imagination, passion, and creativity, because the generations after you are depending on you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's join our voices, sing for the climate, and let's join our hands. Do it now.
I hope that they will increase their environmental awareness during these days, and that they afterwards see that they are able to play a very active role in climate protection.
Nobody can tell us why this planet is called Earth, but scientists have proved that 71% of it is covered by seawaters.
严格说，我们这个地球呢，应该叫水球。想了解气候变化，首先要从认知海洋做起。
The activities of this marine-themed summer camp, reading scientists' marine reports, visiting a marine lab, and witnessing the Jiaolong, China's first manned submersible designed to reach depths of 7,000 meters below sea level, all open the door for the campers to gain a better understanding of the ocean.
我想呢，通过这些，尽量的能够让它可视化，通过视觉的冲击力呢，能达到对他自己的心灵的某种启迪。我想呢，这就非常好的完成这次夏令营的任务。
给我印象最深的是这个蛟龙号，它是我们国家自主研发的水下的探测设备，可以承载3名科学家为我们的海洋研究带回了很多标本和可贵的数据。
The Jiaolong builds a bridge between the ocean and campers, whose interests are stirred up. Furthermore, Kai Ritz, a German marine researcher, told the young people how German national policies are developed based on marine research findings which lead the country along a sustainable path.
And I was astonished to see how they reacted, because after the lecture they appreciated the ocean in a very different way.
I feel the ocean presentations from Professor Kai Ritz, and also when we visit the oceanology place, I think that's the most important project, because that project brings new perspective.
As the ocean seems so far removed from the campers' daily lives, and climate change develops over a long period of time, how can these intricate relationships with human activities be understood in a short time?
And I showed them that the ocean is, first of all, a place of tremendous beauty, but also of tremendous value, that the ocean gives a lot of services to us, humankind.
The ocean is very important for us. I have never imagined that the ocean is really do this all things for us.
Experts help the campers to learn about the ocean and climate, giving them space for their imaginations. For a coastal city, the most worrisome problem is sewage treatment. As a city of 8.71 million residents, Qingdao would be polluted without a complete and functioning sewage treatment system.
大家有个思想准备，因为我们这个地方除臭做的比较好啊，所以说在厂区你闻不到味道，但是一进车间还是会闻得到的啊。
Located along the seaside and beside the homes of more than 700,000 residents, an equivalent of Bhutan's total population, the Maidao wastewater treatment plant processes 140,000 cubic meters of wastewater every day.
I do worry that the sewage does go into the ocean.
It worries me that it might affect the ocean.
At this plant, wastewater is first filtered of insoluble particles, sands, grease, floating carbon source pollutants, carbon, nitrogen, ordinary pollutants and coliforms. Furthermore, the mud transforms into biogas through the digester to generate power. Biogas is a kind of clean energy and it reduces greenhouse gas emissions.
Well, it's the dirty, the untreated water that's just really gross and disgusting for me. So, yeah, it was good to see that the treated water.
Well, I think it's amazing how different the two water effects are from just coming into the plant as sewage and leaving the plant as fresh water. I think it's remarkable how they can clean up the water that much, where there's a visible difference.
有一个最大的感触就是，只要我们的技术到位，只要我们有心思、有想法去把它搞好，这个原来可能是喷毒的虎口，很有可能就变成了我们城市的一个屏障。
On return to the classroom, all the workshop campers showed an even greater interest than before. Whatever profession they are going to take up in the future, the campers will apply what they have learnt about climate change at this summer camp into their practical work. Well, how do they feel about the leadership workshop and training given by Mr. Wilson and Miss Laura?
He tried to make a pseudo simulation here. So very easily through games we had slight vibe of UN conferences and how the governmental bodies have problems reaching an agreement. I do not think that the knowledge we gain here is going to do, about environment, it's going to do much, but what is going to matter is the inspiration that we get.
为以后成为一个领导者有一个更清晰的一个认识吧。
一个人就是说，如果要做事的话，应该是勇往直前，不应该有那个畏惧心理。做完了以后，一定要相信自己能够做到。
Miss Laura told the campers that having a dream, acting on it, persevering in difficulty, and having sympathy for others are the fundamental characteristics of a leader. But the most important for a future leader in the response to climate change is having a dream.
First of all, the opportunity to be with these exciting young people and participate in seeing them grow and helping them learn to be leaders. The view from the West is often that China is not interested in climate change, and we found that exactly the opposite. That you're leading the way in bringing these youth leaders from around the world and encouraging them in climate change. So that was quite an extraordinary revelation for me.
At present, many people like to use the term global village. With increasing communications, the village's mutual understanding is deepening. Qingdao was power hungry during its development. The Huangdao power plant is a coal-fired power plant built half a century ago. In order to mitigate global warming, the plant has not only adopted high energy efficiency technologies such as efficient power generation and heat power cogeneration, but has also reduced its CO2 emissions. As the plant lies near the sea, it is going to perform desalination, refrigeration and other processes, at the same time making some bioproducts. It looks nothing special, but is indeed extraordinary, because it is desalinated water.
It doesn't taste too different. It's a little bit sweeter, but it's fairly normal.
喝之前我还是挺畏惧的，但是后来喝了以后，我发现它味道更加纯净、纯真，更加有那个水的味道。
I could drink this every day, just like a regular bottled water I drink.
The desalination project is one of the plant's responses to climate change and marine utilization. The whole plant is supplied with desalination water for production, with a handling capacity of 30 million tons of seawater a day.
排水淡化处理厂需要大量的资金，如果有一天我可以进入财政部，我可以很合理的向这方面分配一些资金，让这些部门充分的运转起来。
In practice, advanced technology cannot be spread without financial incentives. Therefore, climate financing has now become one of the challenges facing all nations in the response to climate change. tours are for experiencing, whereas workshops are for learning. The campers have a hunger for absorbing new knowledge that they could never have learnt at school. But interestingly, each of them seems to have a different preference.
Well done!
公共宣传游戏课程，那么这个课程我感觉非常有意义。
Oh yeah
他教我们用游戏的方式去模拟碳排放的这么一个过程。
I really enjoyed it. I especially enjoyed this session, and I felt really empowered. And I'm thinking about what sort of things I can go back and do at home to change my habits.
我觉得生物多样性影像工作坊是给我印象留下最深刻的，因为杨烨老师是语言、图片和视频结合在一起，而且还有一些非常稀有的视频。
碳足迹那个工作坊给我留下了非常深刻的印象，通过数字还有那个数学公式，给我们一个更清晰的概念。
As the saying goes, seeing is believing. Undoubtedly, campers must have seen scrapped cars, waste electronic products, home appliances and mineral oil before, but would seldom have seen how they are recycled. Therefore, the recycling-based circular economy at Qingdao New World Venus Industry Park opened their eyes.
The factory is really cool. It has a big space, a very good working environment for the workers.
It is just like a home appliance museum. You may enjoy once more the pleasure that your old appliances gave you in the past.
I think it's really interesting to see the evolution of all the TVs. It's really cool.
This is the first recycling factory I've ever been to, and I must say this is incredibly awesome. I've never seen something like this ever before. Over here you see there are so many TV sets that are dismantling to be reused and recycled, and they're going to make new products out of this. I've never seen something like this ever before. Okay, so...
A scrapped car named Charlie by the campers is to be transported to the car braking line. He seems to be an old friend of theirs.
Don't worry. That man over there is a car doctor. He's gonna fix you. Or shred you into pieces and make you again. Okay? Don't you worry. Mama's gonna go away now. Bye.
You don't look good right now, but I promise you'll look good later.
Thank you for your contribution to the world, helping us to make new things.
We've gathered here today for the demise of this car, Charlie.
See you, Charlie!
The car is then transported to the car braking line. It only takes 10 minutes for Charlie to be transformed into new materials. The campers see the whole recycling process of this scrapped car, from recollection, dismantling, all the way to reuse.
I think this site's a really good step towards building a circular economy, which are all about sustainable development. And so I think in the future this would really be imperative. So overall it's a really good experience seeing how that things are recycled and hazardous waste are disposed. So yeah, it's really educational to me.
We cannot imagine what a dangerous threat it would be to the ecological security of Qingdao and its coastal areas if the huge amount of waste Qingdao produces was not disposed of and treated in the city. Considering the waste we produce in our daily life, a low-carbon lifestyle is the only sensible choice. Although the campers are not strangers to solar energy, the technology used by NESI, located at the city of Jimou in northern Qingdao, impressed them dramatically. Here, factories, farms and business quarters are co-generated, where an office building acts like a distributed generator and the dining hall maximizes its use of the sunlight. What is unique about the solar energy application here is the PVtech greenhouse, which covers an area of 508 mu, where the rooftop-mounted solar power station provides stable power supply for the whole area.
It is the first time I'm going to here to look the greenhouse, and it's what great, very great because.
下面呢没有浪费空间，又种了不少的绿色植物，可以吸收二氧化碳。
I love this place. Firstly, because this is the first time I'm actually getting inside a greenhouse. Secondly, because this is a completely organically grown, homegrown food. So this thing that I'm having here, it's half eaten, like 90% eaten. It's completely organic. And thirdly is that, you know, this is a very huge facility and it's very impressive. As a result, the solar energy is also absorbed, and they produce a huge amount of electricity, which is like 10,000 megawatt per year. If someone has if a country or if an organization has the ability, they should change to such projects because it helps the environment in so many ways.
So far, the campers have shown great interest in the PVtech greenhouse, recycling process, marine utilization and marine protection. But it is still not easy to link up climate change, marine protection and youth.
Get ready? And go! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, perform!
It is said that those who have creative ideas embrace the future. Yes, ideas do matter. Pop Science Drama Workshop employs creative ideas to link up the three.
I get a very interesting lesson from the workshop about the science drama. By just using the writing in the article or newspaper is kind of boring for some teenagers, so we have to do another way. So this is one of the greatest way that we can use as an alternative way to reduce the climate change.
After I've given all of you a number,
it seems that pop science dramas can effectively disseminate the knowledge of climate change, as they are well received by teenagers.
Climate change, marine environment and the young people. It's a challenging goal of this workshop to create a close interlinkage, but I have seen first examples that may have succeeded. In the science dramas, in the dreams and perspective sessions.
Pop science dramas effectively helped the campers learn some knowledge about marine protection and climate change response. Their performance fully reflected their understanding of climate change and attention to marine protection. At the camp closing ceremony, UNICEF's representative to China, Miss Gillian Melsop, came to visit the campers.
I think they are just so delighted with this opportunity to learn about climate change in Qingdao, in a city that is doing so much about becoming a green city, an eco city, really looking at using renewable energy. So they've learned a lot.
After 7 days of visits and learning sessions about marine protection, low carbon and environmental protection, circular economy as well as 5 workshops. Each camper receives a 2013 International Youth Climate Change Champion certificate, issued by both UNICEF and the Department of Climate Change of China's National Development and Reform Commission.
It's not just a piece of paper. It's actually the declaration the youth from the world and we all have made.
Being a climate champion, I feel honored to be given this certificate. I want to go out back into my country, back into my state of California, and make a change, make a difference.
That makes me a part of something huge. That makes me a part of UNICEF. That makes me a part of I Live to Lead, and definitely a part of China. This is what makes me a climate champion.
I believe in my hand is not only evidence that I attended a summer camp and that I attended a forum for young children, for young students of the future, but I believe that it is a responsibility in my hands.
I'm very excited to go back to my country and take back some of the information that I've learned from here.
我认为气候大使主要就是在国际了解一些关于气候变化的问题，告诉别人保护一下环境。
In China, being the only child of their parents, it's undeniable that they receive more care and attention than previous generations. However, through this summer camp, they begin to think about marine protection and environmental protection, showing their development in maturity. Just before the end of the summer camp, the young people delivered an open initiative to the 19th COP conference of the UNFCCC.
We, the youth of the world and the leaders of tomorrow, are committed to lifestyles that place the common good above our own desires. We are committed to change our actions because we know that our generation's future is at stake. In collaboration with the international community, leaders and citizens alike, for the prosperity and posterity of the world, we wish the following actions to be taken.
In the initiative, they call on all young people to take effective actions in 12 fields, such as legislation, research, individual behaviour, environment-friendly consumption, energy, carbon emission standardization, international cooperation, and so on.
When it comes to the degradation of our environment and the exhaustion of the Earth's resources, all nations must collaborate to combat the burden that our ignorance left upon our shoulders. We must collaborate, not as individuals from our respective countries, but rather as citizens of our worldwide community.
We are the youth from the world.
Back to their hometowns with this climate champion honour to influence their relatives, friends, classmates and communities so as to play an indispensable role in the joint response to climate change. In the future, there will definitely be more people who sing for the climate.
通过这一次夏令营呢，他们能够把学到的气候变化的科学的知识，以及在这个过程当中形成的对气候变化的一些更深刻的认识，能够带回去，通过他们的家庭，通过他们的社区，通过他们的朋友，能够更加广泛的传播。有一句话，我觉得可能比较切切，世界是我们的，也是你们的，归根结底是你们的。我觉得最终的世界还是属于下一代的青年人。